Well, yeah, we've confirmed that story.
Here, I'll have them destroyed.
We've confirmed that story. We've confirmed that with the VFW nationally. That's happening nationwide.
Well, you know, it should be a sign to everybody who's got a half a brain out there that you better get the Cosmoline off your AK and AR just to make sure. Because the Army and the Marine Corps, they're going to need us. They don't want to fight us. I mean, they're us. We're Americans, so aren't they? They are not going to follow unlawful orders. And if they bring in foreign troops to do that, they'll be liquidated. And another thing, too, which I don't know whether the Illuminists have thought about this, but let's say you ship in the whole contingent of military people from Mexico, just as an example. There's 100,000 of them, okay? They all get liquidated. In the same time, the government gets overthrown in Mexico because there's nobody to protect the criminals who are running the country. I mean, you know, if you're going to play chess, you got to think ahead.
Well, that's why they're going to use PSYOPs. That's why they're going to stage attacks on troops, engage in activities like that, so that they can kind of demonize the resistance and sell the military on doing it. I just don't think it's going to work because we've preemptively gone out there and reached out to everybody so they know these type of dirty tricks the establishment plays, Bob.
Absolutely. And don't you guys and ladies out there get sucked into any conflict. You only move when you're shot at. And you can form your own little groups, just, you know.
Oh, yeah. They're going to have cop killers out sniping cops and sniping military when the inner cities are burning down places because the welfare checks didn't come. And they're going to try to sell America on, look, they're burning inner cities. We've got to set up military checkpoints. We've got to do this for your safety, to where we beg for it. We've got to see through this as they try it, Bob.
Well, they've done that in Mexico, just as an example, especially in the frontier areas. They've got probably 60,000 troops, you know, along the border pursuing criminals and drug cartels. And it's not only there, down south in Chiapas and Guerrero and over in some of the other places where there's activities of that kind. They're using that as an excuse. And there's a lot of cities in that country where you see military vehicles parading up the street all the time. And they even knock on doors and say, we want to search your house. And there's nothing you can do about it. They just go ahead and do it. And
well, nobody can
conditioning.
No one can say that we're not in interesting times, Bob.
Well, that's for sure. And but, you know, if we can keep on pumping the true word to the people, they'll understand and they won't get sucked in by this. And when things get dreadful, they won't make stupid mistakes which would cause harm to them, their families, and others. And we got to back the military, and they've got to back us. Well, and it's the same thing with law enforcement. I mean, well, you don't want to go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You don't want to go home and find out that somebody found out you were in law enforcement and that they shot somebody because you were told to, because you were told they were terrorists, and so somebody went to your house and wiped your whole family out. And law enforcement, there's not that many of them. They don't have any protection. They really don't. And so they better think twice before they federalize, I'll tell you.
Well, they know that. They know if the American people decide to fight against them, they're dead meat. And so that's why, look, we have foreign banks openly raping, openly stealing everything, openly butchering the Bill of Rights and Constitution, openly involved in treason. This isn't rocket science. We're on the side of good. The globalists are bad. They're illegitimate. They're criminal. And finally, we are beginning to win. People are talking about the private Federal Reserve. They're talking about the New World Order. The New World Order, I really believe, has overreached, and we have to get past this loser attitude of it's all a foregone conclusion, and it's the end of the world because the government paid for, churches say so, 501c3, Rockefeller Foundation, World Council of Churches. We have to decide we could beat these people. We have to decide we could stand up and say no. But they have this Borg-like resistance is futile, you will be assimilated mind trick they've gotten so many people into, where the general public sees themselves as cowardly jellyfish and don't realize how dynamic and free and human they are, and that we're alive right now, and it's our destiny to be part of history bringing down the New World Order. Regardless, they're coming down on us. We might as well give them one hell of a fight.
And that's what we're doing. And that's what we're trying to get other people to do. Don't let them beat you. It's all a matter of courage and understanding who the enemy is and what they're trying to do. I'm 73 years old. Everybody else my age is either dying or sitting in a rocking chair. I mean, I do this because I know what these people are up to. And it's extremely important you mentally and intellectually arm yourself, as well as do the other things that you know you're supposed to do by having listened to this program.
Well, they tell people, be young, party, don't get involved. And when you get older, they say, retire, this is all about your time, and they go home and die. But there were people 87 years old pulling triggers and killing redcoats in the Revolutionary War, Bob. You're standing up and living like a man, like you're supposed to. When they told you to go sit in a chair and die, you didn't do it. It's unbelievable. We'll take a few calls for Bob Chapman on the other side of this quick break on the economy. Stay with us.